Dear student, today I will be discuss the British education policy as well as the views of Mahatma Gandhi on education. In 1854, an educational dispatch, popularly known as Wood's Dispatch, was sent to India, outlining the educational policy that was to be followed in India. It emphasized once again the practical benefits of a system of European learning. Wood Dispatch argued that European learning would enable Indians to recognize the advantages that flow from the expansion of trade and commerce and make them see the importance of developing countries' resources. European learning would also improve the moral character of Indians. It would make them truthful and honest and thus supply the company with civil servants who could be trusted. The British took several measures. They set up education departments of the government. Universities were established in Calcutta, Madras, and Bombay. Up to the mid 19th century, the company's primary concern was to improve higher education. Afterwards, it also took steps to improve the condition of local schools. In 1830s, William Adam, a Scottish missionary, was given the charge by the company to tour the districts of Bengal and Bihar. He was asked to report on the progress of education in local schools. Adam found that the system of education in the local schools, known as Pathsala, was flexible. There were no fixed fee, no benches or chairs, no system of separate classes, no annual examinations. In some places, classes were held under a banyan tree. In other places, in the corner of a village shop or temple, or at the Guru's home. Teaching was oral and the Guru decided what to teach. After the company got Adams' report, it immediately took decision to improve the system of vernacular education. Adam discovered that this flexible system was suited to local needs. Classes were not held during harvest time when rural children often worked in the fields. The Pathsala started once again when the crops had been cut and stored. This meant that even children of peasant families could study. After 1854, the company decided to improve the system of vernacular education. It appointed a number of government pundits, each in charge of looking after 4 to 5 schools. The task of the Pandit was to visit the Pathsala and try to improve the standard of teaching. Each Guru was asked to submit periodic reports and take classes according to a regular timetable. Teaching was now to be based on textbook and learning was to be tested through a system of annual examination. Students were asked to pay regular fee, attend regular classes, sit on fixed seats and obey the new rules of discipline. Not only the British officials but several Indians too wanted to spread education in the country. The Indians felt that Western education would help modernize India. Hence, they urged the British to open more and more schools, colleges, and universities. At the same time, there were other Indians such as Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore who were dead against Western education. Mahatma Gandhi urged that colored education created a sense of inferiority in the minds of Indians. It enslaved Indians. It made them see Western civilization as superior and destroyed the pride they had in their own culture. There was poison in this education, said Mahatma Gandhi. It was sinful. It enslaved Indians. It cast an evil spell on them. Mahatma Gandhi wanted an education that could help Indians recover their sense of dignity and self-respect. During the national movement, he urged students to leave educational institutions in order to show to the British that Indians were no longer willing to be enslaved. He felt that Indian languages ought to be the medium of teaching. Education in English crippled Indians, distanced them from their own social surroundings and made them a stranger in their own land. With the spread of nationalist movement, other thinkers also began thinking of a system of national education which would be different from that one set up by the British government. Mahatma Gandhi said, focused on reading and writing rather than oral knowledge. It valued textbook rather than lived experience and practical knowledge. Rabindranath Tagore started Shanti Niketan in 1901. He was the view that creative learning could be encouraged only within a natural environment. So he chose to set up his school 100 kilometers away from Calcutta in a rural setting. He was it as an abode of peace. Shantiniketan were living in harmony with nature. Children could cultivate their natural creativity. Tagore was of the view that creative learning could be encouraged only within a natural environment. He saw it as an abode of peace. In many senses, Tagore and Mahatma Gandhi thought about education in similar ways. There were, however, differences too. Gandhi was highly critical of Western civilization and its worship of machines and technology. Tagore wanted to combine elements of modern Western civilization with what he was saw as the best within Indian tradition. The view of Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore related from national education system very important during the period of British colonial age. This type of education system develops sense of national emotion among citizens.